Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over some things with Elliott Wave Count on Bitcoin. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because there's been a lot of questions and people have asked me and said, Greg, why are you so sure that this is a fourth wave? And I'm going to explain that. Now, the deal is that there's a lot of other users out there calling this a second wave. And personally, I hope they're right. Because if it is a second wave, that means we're going into a third wave, and that means Bitcoin's going to blast even higher. Wouldn't that be nice? It'd be nice. Now, it might go deeper because of it, but I just don't think with the macro environment that's going on, it makes more sense to me with what's going on in the macro environment that Bitcoin will go up into a next wave, which would be a fifth wave, in my opinion. That's what I think it's going to do. How high that's going to go, I have a minimum target right around 70, 72,000. Okay, could it go higher? It could be. It's going to depend on a lot on the macro environment and other things. So very hard to predict. Now, does it make sense that Bitcoin's going to correct into a second wave, maybe let's say down to 9,000, 8,000, and then blast off into a third wave under the macro environment? I don't think the recession's here yet. I think it's coming in 2023. It doesn't make sense. Now, could Bitcoin do that? Maybe it can. So I could be wrong. You know, I'm open for debate. If somebody wants to say something contrary, hey, leave a comment below in the video. All right, guys. So here's the deal with the reason why I say it's a fourth wave. I'm on the daily right now, and if you take a look at the daily, the RSI peak right here, okay. Here's the peak for the third wave on the daily. All right, that's the RSI peak, third wave. That's how you find it, and that's the end of the fifth wave right there. So you have your divergence right here, okay? So I'm going to show you guys something. That's the peak, the third. There's your divergence. That's your sell signal, by the way. That's your sell signal right there, right here or right there to get out of Bitcoin. That's what, when it goes up over here, that's what you're going to want to be looking for over there, okay? At the peak of the third, or you can swing back around and do it on the divergence move, okay? So we know that this is the end of the third wave, and now it came back around, and a lot of people are calling this a wave 5. If you take a look, I'm going to go over the RSI data, and then I'm going to go into that actual wave and show you. Let me go into the wave right now. Okay, let me go into the wave right now. Okay, so for this wave to be a fifth wave, there's going to be obviously 5 waves into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what some are doing is counting this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, like that. Now, I disagree with that. The reason why is typically between these two waves, you want to find a divergence. As you can see here on the daily, on a wave of that size, there's not going to be divergence from that to that. So where's the peak right there? You see the peak? If I go to the peak, here's a third wave peak, and there's divergence on this wave. Okay, so that's the peak right there. That's the third wave. So where's the first wave? The first wave is right there, guys. It's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that fourth wave does not cross into the territory of that first wave. It just looks like it does. Okay, so if this is the 5, if this is 5, this one's 5. So you see, here's another third. Here's the 3-way move for the ABC, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, that's how you break this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5, 5, 5, 3, 5. What is that? That's ABC. Now, you see, this has a big area. This is the structure that we're looking at right now. Okay, this is the structure that we're looking at that everybody is calling a fifth wave right here. Okay, that area, that's the area that we're talking about, and it goes together like a family. It goes together like a family. I'll just leave that there. So lots of people are like, well, this wave is so big compared to that wave. That's true, but in the zigzag, where it got rid of it. So here's your A, B, C. So the whole zigzag is the family. Where did it make up for this this big wave? Is right here, guys, right in this area. because this whole structure goes together. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So this big one wave for this part of the zig, this part of the zag, the big part was taken care of right here. So this goes with that, if that makes sense. So that's why that this is an ABC, in my opinion, and not a 5-wave move. And plus the lack of divergence. This peak should have been way over here. And it should have been right here, actually. The wave peak should have been in this area, the highest peak. And then you go down for 3, 4, and up for a 5. You could do that, but it didn't do that. So that's why it's an ABC, and hence this is the end of the third wave, and it's coming over for fourth wave. And as I mentioned in other videos, the cutoff or the area where can no longer be a fourth wave, it still has to come down to about 13,800. It still has quite a bit of space. It's still got to drop. Not a lot of space for crypto, but it's still got to drop quite a bit to negate this fourth wave. So I hope I explained that correctly for you guys on why that is not a fifth wave move. Anybody who's just haphazardly saying that this is a fifth wave move is not looking at the divergence and studying the waves to take a look at that and say it's not really possible for a fifth wave move. Now I have more evidence to show you guys something too. I'm going to go out to the 3-day chart and I'm going to show you guys the RSI. Okay, so on the RSI in the 3-day chart, the momentum, the RSI on the 3-day chart, here's the peak of the third wave again. You see that peak? There's the end of the third. That's the third of the third. It came down, it corrected, and made the fifth. So you can see divergence right there, right there. Okay, there's still on this 3-day, there's still no divergence from there to there. Okay, so now the deal is with this, as you can see from this peak right here, and it came up a little bit and it came down, you can see how this is all kind of flowing together as one. This is one solid correction. Okay, it's basically one solid correction. If you go out and look at it through different time frames, when you're looking at divergences with RSI, you just can't stick to one. You can't stick to one. You got to go through all the time frames to kind of get a feel of what it's doing. So here's it. So it's all together. So this came down. Here's the peak, and it went up and down and went up a little bit, and it came back down again, up a little bit, down, boom. So this whole area in the RSI is part of the correction. That's why this is part of the correction too. So if you even go out to the 4-day, go out to the 4-day and check it out again. You see how this is kind of all in the same trend, like from here all the way down like that. Okay, more or less. And it just came down, corrected, went back up, back tested it, went back down, back tested that trend, and boom, it's all part of the trend. When will this, I mean, we want surefire proof when this correction is over is when you see this chart, it gets over past that trend line over there. It's going to take that a while, and it'll probably be up quite a bit before that happens, but that's what you want to do. And that's what you want to look for. You keep going out and look even at the weekly, you know, more or less on the weekly. There was the end of it right there. You can see even on the weekly with the divergence right here. Here's that peak of that third wave right there, and then up a little bit more. You see that divergence right there. And then this whole area on this chart, just like this. That's the correction that Bitcoin did. That's the correction right there. It came down, back tested. It came down, back tested, came back down to finish it off. It's in the area, guys, to finish, in my opinion, of fourth wave. If you made it all the way to the end, I do appreciate that. Just giving you my opinion on why I believe that that's a fourth wave and not a second wave. Like I said, I hope that I'm wrong and Bitcoin is going down to complete a second wave correction. We're all going to, you know, we're all blast up onto a third wave. I don't think so. Leave a comment below if you think so. Hit the like, hit subscribe. Peace.